Do you ever wonder how some entrepreneurs go from zero to millions while others struggle for years? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make money so fast it feels absolutely unreal. At 24, I've already scaled a business from zero to over $5 million, helping more than 2,000 therapists and hundreds of entrepreneurs across the globe. So let's dive in. The foundation of making money at an unreal pace is understanding what I call the value equation. It's a formula that will transform how you create and price your offers forever. Most entrepreneurs price based on their cost or competitors, which is exactly why they stay broke. And the value equation has 4 components that determine what something is truly worth to your customer. So the first thing is the dream outcome. And so this isn't just what your service delivers, but the transformation your customer is really seeking. Second thing is the perceived likelihood of achievement. How certain is your customer that they will actually deliver? This is about credibility, proof, guarantees, support systems, and the community you provide. The more confident they are you will get them results, the more they will pay. The third thing is the time. How quickly can they get the result? Faster results are worth exponentially more. Think about it. Would you pay more for a weight loss program that works in 30 days or 12 months? Of course, you did pay for faster results. And fourth, it's the effort. People will pay premium price for convenience and ease. And the formula works like this. Value equals dream outcome x likelihood of achieving divided by time multiplied by effort. To increase value, you'll either increase the numerator or decrease the denominator. It's that simple. And so when you master this equation, you can charge 5 or 10 times what your competitors charge while delivering better results. And so let me give you a real example. One of our clients was a therapist specializing in anxiety treatment. And so when she came to us, she was charging $70 per individual session with no clear timeline for results. And so our clients would come week after week, sometimes for months. And so we help her completely restructure our approach using the value equation. First, we defined a clear dream outcome. And so this clear outcome was anxiety-free in 90 days. Next, we increased the perceived likelihood by implementing a detailed assessment process at the beginning and showcasing video testimonial from past clients. We also added a private community where clients could support each other and daily checking to monitor progress. We also reduced the time by creating a structured 12-week program with specific milestones, and we decreased the effort by adding support materials, a community, a mobile app, and daily checking between sessions. And the result was that she was able to charge $2,500 for the complete program instead of $70 for session. And her client got honestly better results in less time. And her income went from $5K to $50K per month, all while working fewer hours. And so here is how you can apply the value equation to your business right now. First, you should list all your current products or service. Second, for each one, you need to score the 4 components from 1 to 10. How compelling is the dream outcome you promise? How certain are clients that you will deliver? How quickly do they get results? How easily is it for them to implement? And third, find the weakest scores and focus on improving them first. And if you are scoring low on dream outcome, you need to reposition your offer around a more compelling result. And if perceived likelihood is low, add case studies, testimonials, or guarantees. And if time is high, you need to restructure your delivery to accelerate results. And if effort is high, you need to add systems, tools, or support to make implementation easier. When you optimize all 4 components, you can literally double or triple your price while delivering more value to your client. Now that you understand how to price based on value, let's talk about how to rapidly acquire customers at scale. One of the fastest ways to accelerate cash flow is implementing what I call a VSL Funnel System. It's a proven method that converts cold traffic into customers automatically. And the VSL Funnel System consists of multiple components working together. And it's all start with an ad that reach the exact audience that need your solution. And these ads direct people to a landing page designed to convert this traffic into customers. And the landing page is designed to convert clicks into interested prospects. And the heart of the system is the VSL. So the VSL is useful to convert this traffic to calls. And after the call, there is a thank you page. It's just to warm up the prospects. After the thank you page, you are able to call the person, and if you are good enough in sales, you will be able to close the person. Once you know your numbers, you can essentially buy customer at a profit. And so let me share our experience. When we first implemented this system for our therapy business, we were starting from zero. We created a 20-minute VSL that explained the unique approach we use to help therapists fill their practice. And before this, we were only using organic methods. And we were honestly struggling. In our first month using pay ads, we spent just $100 on Facebook ads, and the results were mind-blowing. We achieved a 50x return on that investment. And this was the breakthrough moment for our business. The VSL system allowed us to scale predictably and quickly, which was impossible with organic methods alone. What's important to understand now is that having a system that consistently converts traffic into customers, what's going to allow you to really scale. The third key to making money at an unreal pace is understanding that the first sale is just the beginning. The real wealth comes from what happens after someone becomes a customer. This is what I call the front end to back end money system, because most businesses focus entirely on getting new customers, and that's the front end. But the real profit comes from the back end. Additional offer you make to existing customers who already trust you. And there are three critical reasons why this strategy accelerates wealth creation. First, there is trust leverage. The customers who already know you and trust you are more likely to buy again, and they have already taken a risk on you and seen results. So the barrier to the next purchase is much lower. Second, it's really cost efficiency. There is essentially zero acquisition cost for existing customers. You have already paid to acquire them, so every additional sale comes with dramatically higher margin. Third, profit margin. The most successful business I've analyzed all follow the same pattern. They often break even or make a small profit on the front end, then generate 90% of their profit from the back end offer to existing customers. And so let me share you how this play out in our business. So when we first started our therapy business training program, we had a single front end offer, a 12-week program for several $1,000s that taught therapists how to fill their practice. And after completing it, about 30% of our clients wanted more advanced training and ongoing support. And they did implement our strategy, increases their income, and were ready for the next level. So we created a premium mastermind program, our backing offer priced between $15K and $20K per year. And this program included quarterly in-person event, monthly group coaching, and direct access to our team. And what happened next was remarkable. About 20% of our front-end clients upgrade to this backend offer. And this doubled our revenue without requiring us to acquire a single additional customer. And because the acquisition cost was already covered by the front-end offer, the profit margin on these backend sales was over 90%. And so to maintain these relationships long-term, we built a strong community aspect into both programs. We created private Facebook group, a private school community group, and we facilitate connection between members and separate clients win publicly. And so this increased our retention rate from, I think, 20 to 50% annually, which means our customers stayed with us year after year. And so you can definitely implement this system in your business. You just have to map your customer journey, identify what problem your customers will face after using your front-end offer, and these are perfect opportunities for back-end products. You also need to create a value ladder. You need to develop increasingly valuable offer at different price points that solve progressively bigger problem. And third, you need to build a community. You need to create an environment where your customer can connect with each other and with your team. And this dramatically increase retention. Now let's talk about the biggest limiting factor in your business growth. It's you. The fourth key to accelerating wealth creation is understanding that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your activities. And I call this the high value activity system. And it's what allows me to double our revenue while cutting my work hours in half. Most entrepreneurs are busy being busy. They spend their days responding to emails, handling minor problems, and putting out fires. But these activities rarely drives significant growth. High-value activities are different. They are the few critical tasks that directly impact your revenue and scalability. Creating new offers, building strategic partnerships, developing marketing campaigns, making sales calls to high-ticket prospects, improving system and team performance. Everything else is a low-value activity that you should be dedicated, automated, or eliminated. The challenge is that low-value activities feels a bit productive. They give you the satisfaction of checking things off your list, but they keep you trapped in the weeds rather than focus on exponential growth. And so in our second year of business, I was working 70 hours a week and completely burned out. And our revenue had plateaued at about 100K per month for 3 consecutive months. And I decided to track every activity that I performed for 2 weeks using a simple Google Sheet with 4 columns: activity description, time spent, impact on the revenue, and enjoyment level. And I scale each activities from like 0 to 10. And the result really shocked me. I was only spending 20% of my time on high values activities that directly generated revenue. The other 80 was spent on implementation, management, and administration tasks that felt important but weren't moving the needle. So I made a radical change. I identified 20% of the activities that were driving 80% of our result and focused exclusively on those. Everything else I either delegated to team members, automated with system and software, or eliminated completely. I started to hire closer. I started to put my cousin as the data analyst. And this allowed me to spend 80% of my time on those high values activities. And so within 60 days, we worked through the plateau and scaled to 100K per month, then 200K per month and beyond. And most importantly, my work hours dropped from 70 to 130 per week. And so here is how to implement the high value activity system. First, you need to track your activities for the next week. And you need to document everything you do and how long it takes. And you need to be honest and detailed. Second, you need to rate each activity on 2 factors. First, the revenue impact. How directly does this drive revenue? Is it low or is it right? And then you need to list activities regarding the effort. Does it require you a lot of effort or not? Is it high or is it low? And so for each thing, you can do either 4 things. You can either delegate, focus, eliminate, or automate. And so you should really focus here, where the revenue impact is high and the effort is high. And so this is really high values activities. And so yeah, that's it for today. Those strategies are really what helped me to go from broke to millionaire. So I hope it will definitely help you.